rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first, little old business to attend to. We have minutes from past meetings and the approval associated with agenda items 2.1, minutes of the regular business meeting December 18th, 2023, and 2.2, minutes of the special business meeting dated January 16th, 2024. I'll ask for a motion to waive the reading of those minutes. Thank you, Mrs. Furr. Thank you, Mrs. Bracciolo. All in favor? Aye. And a motion to approve the minutes from the regular business meeting on December 18th and the special business meeting on January 16th. Thank you, Ms. Bracciolo. Second. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. The minutes are approved. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Randazzo for our reports from the superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Bogus. I'd like to first call up Dr. Hoffman, principal of Lincoln Lawrence Middle School, to present the Students of the Month, along with Mr. Russell, our PBS director, who this month will be presenting the Students of the Month for Class 6 and 8 elementary school.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. The learner profile for this month is communicators. We express ourselves confidently and creatively in more than one language in many ways. We collaborate effectively, listen carefully to the perspectives of other individuals and groups. Announcing Students of the Month for December. In kindergarten, Ms. Lujak's class, Matias Martinez Maldonado. Ms. Lujak wrote, December Student of the Month is a skillful communicator. He expresses himself confidently, creatively, in more than one language. Collaborates well with other students, listens carefully, and is respectful of everyone's feelings and thoughts. This student shows empathy to his classmates and teachers, and asks them why they are upset. He is friendly and always eager to invite another classmate to play and talk with him. While these skills may come easy to some, for others, it takes hard work, practice, and perseverance. I would proudly like to announce that December Student of the Month is Matias Martinez Maldonado. Matias is a student who speaks both English and Spanish. He's confident, listens, shows empathy, uses his communication skills throughout the whole day, and we are very proud of him. In first grade, Ms. De Lucia's class, Jaden Clark. Congratulations to Jaden for being a Student of the Month. Jaden is a respected student who comes in each day to conquer the challenges he has faced across subject areas. Jaden has a willingness to please and is determined to complete his work correctly. Jaden will always ask his teacher questions to clarify corrections, and working in a small group, he is cooperative and concentrates to get the job done. Jaden has qualities that can't be taught and make teaching him rewarding and fun. He is compassionate. I can count on him to show his friends and teachers respect at all times. Jaden perseveres until his work is complete. He beams with pride once he knows he accomplished the goal for the lesson. Jaden's kindness and diligence will not only take him far in his academic career, but will also provide joy for everyone who is part of it. In second grade, Mrs. Bauer's class, Quinn Payne. Mrs. Bauer, Quinn is a smart, sweet, helpful little girl and is a friend to all of her classmates. She's a leader in her classroom and is someone her classmates can always rely on. Quinn has a kind way about her and is always willing to stand up for what is right. She is very hardworking and does not give up on the task. Even when something is difficult, Quinn will ask for help and guidance and keep working at it. Quinn enjoys learning new things each day and is always excited to learn. I am so proud of all of her hard work and congratulations, Quinn. In third grade, Ms. Kaiser's class, Jada Pace. Ms. Kaiser wrote, "It is a privilege to award this month's Student of the Month to Jada Pace. She embodies all of the qualities this month's learner profile communicates. Jada comes into school each day consistently ready to learn, demonstrating curiosity, independence, and confidence throughout her daily activities. She uses her independent class time wisely, staying focused on the task, completing her work with ease and accuracy, and she is always looking for an additional challenge. Each day she collaborates effectively, listening carefully to the perspectives of her peers in the classroom. Jada loves to lend a helping hand to her classmates, and she always has a positive attitude each and every day. Jada could not be more deserving of this award. I look forward to watching Jada succeed this year." Congratulations. In fourth grade, Ms. Ryan's class, Max Masari. Ms. Ryan wrote, "A communicator is someone who confidently and creatively expresses themselves and ideas in more than one language in many ways. Max Masari is a fourth grader who does just that. From reading to math to helping friends and teachers, Max is always ready to communicate his thoughts and ideas with others. Max displays great thinking about read-alouds in class and is eager to communicate his understanding and predictions about the text. Along with sharing his own ideas, Max listens to his classmates' perspectives and works wonderfully in a group. We are so proud of Max and his achievements so far. We look forward to his future successes. Congratulations, Max."
From Lincoln Orange Middle School, grade 5, Ariana Harris. Nate Turner is quoted as saying, "Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity." Ariana is the perfect choice for this month's attribute. Communicator. Ariana asks questions to deepen her understanding. She's often found explaining math skills and concepts to classmates. Ariana has conversations in group activities, and her communication skills often have her leading her group mates towards task completion. She has developed strong relationships with teachers and classmates this year. Ariana, congratulations on achieving Student of the Month. There's no stopping you. Keep up the great work. From grade 6, Luke Testament. The author of the quote that states, "The most courageous act is still to think for yourself aloud," must have written it about Luke. In all classes, you can be sure to find him raising his hand anytime an opportunity arises to participate. Luke is an active listener as well, asking questions that probe deeper into concepts and ideas. One of Luke's greatest attributes is his willingness to seek out challenges and his persistence in conquering them. He takes time to devise a plan, consider all options, ask questions, and execute that plan with an open mind, even if it is in new and unfamiliar territory. Luke approaches every single day with a positive attitude, kindness, and an amazing sense of humor. The respect that other students have for him was quite evident when his name was announced and uproar of applause could be heard throughout the hallway. The sixth grade team could not be more proud of Luke's ability to achieve outstanding academic success while also participating in football, basketball, and lacrosse. Congratulations. In seventh grade, student of the month, Kevin Weber. Unfortunately, Kevin's not here today. In grade 8, Emerson Early. Emerson is a well-rounded student. She's enrolled in 2 accelerated classes, is a member of the Lone softball, basketball, and volleyball teams, and plays the flute for women's band. Additionally, Emerson is a member of the National Junior Honor Society. When she is not in school, Emerson enjoys baking and spending time with her friends. As an 8th grade student, Emerson stands out as a remarkable communicator among her peers. Gifted with eloquence and confidence, Emerson effortlessly articulates thoughts and ideas, making even complex concepts accessible to others. Whether presenting in class or engaging in class discussion, Emerson demonstrates an exceptional ability to express thoughts clearly and consciously. As a natural leader, Emerson communication skills extend beyond academics, making her a well-respected and influential presence in the school community. Next year, Emerson will be attending Long Beach High School. We are very proud of her and look forward to hearing her continued success. Congratulations, Emerson.
We have all the students of the month with their certificates, their medals. Just join us in the back for a quick photo, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Another big round of applause for all of our students of the month. Thank you to all of our teachers who've been out to support them this evening. Thank you. We'd like to extend a thank you to the PTA for providing those nice gifts for our students in the month. Again, another big round of applause. So I want to continue on with the theme this evening of recognizing outstanding performance. And at this time, I'd like to call up our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Allison Alfonso. It is my distinct privilege to stand before you and deliver these words of tender recognition for our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Allison Alfonso. Dr. Alfonso joined our school district as the Assistant Superintendent in August of 2020. It was the perfect time to take on a new leadership role in education as we plan to return students to in-person learning following the closures of schools caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. From the very start, Allison demonstrated incredible initiative. From the very start, Allison demonstrated incredible initiative, work ethic, and the ability to manage many different tasks and responsibilities. She has proven to be a strong instructional leader, knowledgeable and research-based and student-centered instruction, content and pedagogy, technology, assessment, and data, which has all supported the district's strategic plan and continuous improvement plans. Allison is truly an outstanding communicator, both orally and through written word, who has a reputation as someone who listens. It is her ability to work extremely well with me and all the other members of the school community, including our students, families, faculty, and staff, and the Board of Education, that continues to make Allison a tremendous asset to our district and our leadership. However, being a good communicator is not enough. It must be coupled with hard work and tireless work ethic. Allison has demonstrated that through pouring countless hours into working with me, the administration, faculty, and staff for the betterment of our school district. Whether it be collaborating with me on innovative programs, assisting administrators in addressing challenges head-on, or going above and beyond with our teaching staff to ensure the success of the district's instructional initiatives, Dr. Alfonso has consistently demonstrated an unparalleled work. Allison has consistently demonstrated a forward-thinking approach to education. Her 21st century focused vision has assisted our district in setting ambitious yet achievable goals and ensured that every decision we make aligns with our commitment to providing the best educational outcomes for our students. What truly sets Allison apart is her ability to turn hard work into tangible results. From the very start, I charged Allison with assisting me in transforming teaching and learning across the district. To that end, Allison has tirelessly worked to enhance the curriculum, ensuring that it not only meets but exceeds the evolving needs of our learners. She has embraced a student-centered approach, championing initiatives that promote inquiry, critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity, all essential 21st century skills. Through her planning and design of teacher professional development programs, new teacher mentorship initiatives, and a steadfast belief in the power of effective pedagogy, she has helped reshape how our faculty approaches teaching and learning each and every day. In addition to her many contributions to our schools, Allison has been a steadfast advocate for our students, our teachers, and the overall success of our school district. She understands the importance of building positive relationships with the community and actively engages with stakeholders to address their needs and concerns. What we've learned about Dr. Alfonso throughout her tenure is that she is a visionary instructional leader, problem solver, and a champion for education in our department. Dr. Alfonso holds a bachelor's degree from Cornell University, a master's degree in general science from Brooklyn College. She completed her postgraduate studies in school district leadership at Stony Brook University and completed her doctoral studies in education at St. John's University. As we congratulate Dr. Alfonso on achieving tenure, I would like to personally express my deepest gratitude for your friendship, tireless efforts, innovative spirit, and unwavering dedication to the Island Park schools. Allison, thank you for your exceptional leadership, and congratulations on this well-deserved achievement. Here's to many more years of collaboration, growth, and success. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Hoffman. So I'd like to take this opportunity to just a few thank yous. Recently, the IPFA D3 team did their annual basket raffle at our winter concert, and they were able to raise $1,230 from that raffle to offset the cost of the A3 trip. So thank you to the IPFA and the A3 team. Also, I want to thank the Allen Park PTA for their $3,000 donation. Now, this was a donation that they made last year, but we don't want to even talk about last year's Washington trip, so we'll just skip over that and just make sure that we recognize that they took that $3,000 and actually allocated it to this year's Washington, D.C. trip, which is going to go off without a hitch. Dr. Hoffman promised. I also want to spend a few moments just revisiting the New York State 180-day school requirement and how that relates to school weather-related or severe weather closures. So as has been our practice, we are going to continue to have traditional snow days with your applause. Okay? So when it's days that there is snow and we need to close our schools, those will be traditional snow days. It will only be after we exhaust all of the built-in snow days in the calendar that we would have to move to remote learning in order to meet the mandatory 180-day requirement. So far, we've been lucky, and we continue to hope that that is going to be the case. However, as you all know, this has become a reality here in Highland Park. So this is a photo of the flooding event that happened on the weekend following the event that we had during the week, which caused a 3-hour delayed opening. I have received multiple phone calls from parents and from principals. I've also received some phone calls from our parents that we should have closed school that day. But unfortunately, what I just want to remind everyone is that this has become the new reality here in Highland Park. And if we try to close schools every day that it floods, we will quickly have to pivot to remote learning. That is not something that I want. I know that is not something that the Board of Education wants, the administration, certainly not our teaching staff. We have learned through the pandemic that remote learning is not the way that students learn best. They need to be in the classroom with their teachers and their peers. So we do ask for understanding, patience, and flexibility as we continue to manage these localized flooding events. And the one thing that I do want to share is that I know that there has been some discussion that maybe the situation has gotten worse since the village's flood mitigation work that was completed. But I do want to let you know that we found a new phenomenon. And that is, I can typically tell you within 5 minutes when all the water is going to be gone. And that is, there's this bubbling that starts happening, the manhole covers right in front of the conference center, and about 4 to 5 minutes later, we do see all the water completely recede, which for those of us who have been working in Island Park for quite some time, we know that's not the case. The water will stick around. So I just want to alleviate any misconceptions that it's gotten worse. It's definitely gotten better. It's just been some issues that we've dealt with localized flooding lately. Hopefully that is behind us as we continue through the winter months, but it's really important that we hold on to those days. And again, we ask for your understanding, patience, and flexibility as we continue to manage these localized flooding events. I do want to let the community know that kindergarten registration and pre-K registration kindergarten registration started already. That's open in person or by appointment, in person with your family ID. And on February 6th, February 7th, and February 8th, we will have our registration for pre-kindergarten for the 24-25 school year. There are many documents that are needed in order to register for the pre-kindergarten program. So we ask, those documents are already up on the website for those parents who are interested, or if you know a community member that has a child who's pre-K age eligible, please let them know that that information is up and available to them. However, they cannot submit the application until February 6th, 7th, or 8th. But we do encourage everyone to start looking at those documents because it is fairly extensive. I do also want to remind the community that we still have 4 available seats for the 23-24 school year in our current UPK program for this year. If If you know of any new families moving into the community, please encourage them to register as soon as possible if they have a child who's of pre-K age in this school year. And I know I've said this in the past, but we are quickly approaching the day that we have to report our numbers to the state regarding our UPK enrollment. The UPK program is completely state funded through a grant. We received $10,000 per child to fund this amazing program here in our district. However, if March 1st rolls around and we have not filled these 4 empty seats, we are looking at a $40,000 reduction in our grant for this year. The grant is already tight. We started receiving this grant in 2014, 2015. We have never received an annual increase in the state-funded UPK program. So this will be tough to absorb, but we're hopeful that we will get 4 students before March 1st. So again, if you know anyone in the community, please encourage them to register as soon as possible. I also want to address something that's been circulating in the media. About a week and a half ago, Governor Hochul released her proposed budget, and I do want to clarify that the executive budget is a proposal. It's not set in stone. It is something that needs to be negotiated with our state legislature. But it's been widely reported in the media that Island Park is one of 10 Nassau County school districts to receive a cut in foundation aid, along with some of our neighbors right here in the southwest quadrant. And this is in part due to the governor wanting to end the hold harmless policy. The hold harmless policy is essentially a policy that's been in place for quite some time, that a school district should anticipate receiving at minimum the amount of state aid they received in the previous year. Governor Hochul has proposed ending this policy and reducing foundation aid for several school districts. Now, what's been reported in the media is not exactly accurate, because what's been reported in the executive budget and in the media is that the district is only looking at a decrease of about $10,000. That's not the case. The district is actually looking at a decrease in foundation aid of $118,000. And that's partly due to the fact that what the governor's proposed budget does not do is exclude $108,000 in expanded pre-K grant money that they included in the budget. We cannot use that money to close the gap on the foundation aid cut. And in fact, our state aid cut would have been much more significant had it not been for an increase in expense-driven aids. And for those of you who recall my budget presentation from last year, Mr. Brandy's budget presentation from last year, expense-driven aids mean that the more money that the district spends to educate their students, there are certain categories where you receive more state aid back. And those are the categories where we're seeing state aid increases, such as public high-cost special ed access aid, transportation aid, BOCES aid. Since we're spending more money in those aid categories, we're getting more money back. Because of this, last week I drafted a letter and I sent it to our elected officials, Senator Canzanieri Fitzpatrick and Assemblyman Brown, and I just want to take a moment to read that letter to both of them in public. Dear Senator Canzanieri Fitzpatrick or Assemblyman Brown, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I'm writing to you regarding a matter of utmost importance that directly affects the education and well-being of our students. On January 16, 2024, Governor Hochul released a proposed budget. The governor proposes ending the hold harmless policy, which signified that at minimum, school districts could always count on receiving as much foundation aid as the previous year. Based on this proposal, the Island Park Community School District is slated for a significant reduction in foundation aid for the upcoming 24-25 school year, totaling over $200,000. Contrary to the information reported in the governor's state aid runs and budget proposal, the total loss of aid is closer to $118,000, not the $10,000, $499 as initially suggested. The aid cut number was minimized by including additional expanded pre-kindergarten funding of $108,000 that the school district cannot use to close the gap on the foundation aid cut. This discrepancy underscores the severity of the financial challenges our school district is currently facing. Moreover, it is crucial to note that the aid cut would have been even more substantial if not for the additional expense-driven aid increases the school district was receiving based on the money it spends to educate its students. These increases are a testament to our commitment to providing quality education, but they alone cannot offset the looming deficit that threatens to undermine the foundation of our educational system. This anticipated cut in funding is causing great distress among our Board of Education trustees, community members, educators, and parents alike. As someone who has consistently championed the cause of education in our community, we implore you to intervene and advocate for the restoration of foundation aid to ensure that our school district can continue to provide the necessary programs and services vital to the academic, social, and emotional growth and development of our students. The impending reduction in funding exacerbates an already challenging financial situation for our school district. As you are well aware, we continue to grapple with the aftermath of the Lake County Nassau tax certiorari settlement with respect to the EF Barrett power plant, which has resulted in a substantial loss of revenue. This dual challenge poses a severe threat to the quality of education our students receive and jeopardizes the ability of our school district to maintain essential programs and services. Our school district has a long history of providing a high-quality education, and the proposed reduction in funding would undeniably hamper our ability to uphold the standard. The impact will be felt across various aspects of our educational system, affecting everything from classroom resources to extracurricular activities that contribute significantly to our whole child philosophy and development of our students. In light of these circumstances, we request your support in advocating for the restoration of the whole harmless policy and ensuring that our district is made whole through foundation aid. We believe that your leadership and advocacy can play a pivotal role in securing the necessary resources to safeguard the future of our students and the prosperity of our community. Your unwavering commitment to education and the well-being of our constituents has been evident throughout your tenure, and we are confident that you will stand with us in this critical moment. We appreciate your time and attention to this matter and eagerly await positive developments that will secure the educational future of our children. Thank you for your continued service to our community, and we look forward to your support in safeguarding the educational opportunities for the students of the Island Park Community School District. Sincerely, Vincent Randazzo, Superintendent of Schools. I'm happy to report that after this letter, I was in communication first with Senator Canzanieri's Fitzpatrick's office. We've scheduled a meeting to discuss this on February 2nd, so I'll be visiting her in her office with several other superintendents in the Southwest Quadrant impacted by this. And also today I received a message from Assemblyman Brown, along with the photo. Assemblyman Brown, with many of the other Assembly folks, stood on the steps of the Capitol today and demanded that this proposal be removed and that the whole farms policy go back into effect. So I'm just happy to report that, as we expect, our elected officials are giving support us at this time. So we hope to get positive results as they continue to negotiate the next budget. I think this is also a good time to discuss the district's sustained lobbying efforts. So along with the Board of Education, in March, I'll be heading up to Albany to lobby and advocate for fair student funding, as well as some things that our district is in dire need of. First, obviously, I will hope to restore the whole farmers policy in the district's foundation aid. We're going to continue to lobby the governor for additional funding in the state executive 24-25 budget. We're going to continue to ask for fiscal relief from the fiscal cliff through immediate and annual adjustment to state aid formula, which is our combined wealth ratio. That's something that needs to be adjusted for our state aid purposes based on the loss of revenue from the Light power plant. This is something new, which I've already started lobbying for. The board knows I've met with several elected officials on this. I'm proposing that the state legislature open the New York State Electric Generation Facility Cessation Mitigation Program to school districts and municipalities for the loss of real property tax due to either a tax certiorari and or green energy transition, which is essentially what's happening right here in Island Park. We have been subject to this tax certiorari settlement agreement, and it's all related to the state's green energy transition away from carbon fuel plants. So these will be our sustained advocacy efforts. We're going to have meetings with the Division of Budget, and again, Senator Canzanieri Fitzpatrick and Assemblyman Brown. And most recently, I met with Assemblyman Thiel for his support as well, which is president of the school district. So I'm happy to report on that. Our next meeting will be February 12th, 2024. Dr. Hoffman Celentano and I will be providing our mid-year update on our instructional initiatives for the 23-24 school year. At this time, I'd like to introduce J.C. Kane, who's a senior account executive from Noresco. He's here. We finally closed out our EPC, so we round of applause on And JC is going to provide us with an update on these energy savings and the results that we can see. JC, grab that mic right there.
Justin. Thank you for your time tonight to provide an update to the board and to the community on the district's energy project. My name is Jason Kane. I'm with Noresco. We're a carrier company. And let me just remind everybody, this project was unique in that it's an energy project. And it was funded 100% through energy savings versus a capital bond project funded by taxpayers. This project was reviewed by the district's engineering firm, reviewed by the New York State Education Department, and done like that. Some of the priorities for this project was to enhance learning environment for the students through new lighting, ceilings, and improved temperature controls, reduce energy consumption, and extend service life of equipment, and reduce maintenance costs, to maximize renewable energy use through a solar system installed at the middle school. And lastly, the district had a priority to add a STEAM educational enhancement program to engage students on solar energy. And I'll go through these in more detail. In summary, the project had a total cost of investment of $2.9 million. It was required to be under the $3 million not to exceed number, which it did. This project was designed to comply with SED for building aid, which it did. The annual savings of the energy conservation measures are $172,532. Those are made up of items on the right, which I'll go through. SED requires a sub 18-year payback, which this met. A few of the larger parts of this program, the largest was the solar system at the middle school, which was a $1.2 million investment. It provides annual savings of just over $7,000. The next largest initiative was the new LED lighting system indoors and outdoors, which was at $778,000 and $100,000. And by the way, on my way into the building tonight, those new outdoor lighting in the parking lot and in walkways are part of that exterior lighting. And the other larger items would be the steam trap repair and replacements together with the energy management improvements. In total, there would be $2.9 million investment with the $172,000 annual savings. Any questions on that? Concerning the LED lighting update, on the left is a picture of the old lighting. On the right is a picture of the new LED lighting. It's one of the most apparent changes in environment of all the measures. It improves the learning conditions for the students, provides consistent illumination, energy savings, and operations and maintenance savings. Previously, there was significant effort for ballast replacements. That cost and time to replace was eliminated. Using solar energy was a priority. So there's a solar system installed on the middle school. This is a picture of part of that. It's a roof-mounted system. And the goal was to maximize the amount of solar panels on the roof to get as close as we could to the consumption of that building and allow for the access ability to rooftop HVAC equipment and staff. The system provides 89% of the building's annual consumption through the system, and it's made up of 754 PV modules. This is a screen capture of the solar kiosk. I took it about 11 o'clock today. When the sun was still shining, if you look at the page on the left, and it shows, the last 3 days of solar production on the right. There's also you can look to see what's the production of the solar system for the day, for the week, the month, for the year. This is a graph showing production. The system was finished with the install in September. We then waited to the beginning of November for PSE&G to finalize their work with the local substation and give us, in the district, the permission to operate. So you see in November, the system comes on. The winter months are the lower production months for the solar system, and the summer months are the larger production. Another part of this project was an update to the heating system. It included thermostatic radiator valves, which provide a greater level of temperature control, increased space comfort, and improved heating efficiency. On the right, you see a picture of a steam trap. These separate supply and return steam, which is used to heat buildings. It provides for proper operation, makes the boiler more efficient, reduces steam loss, and increases energy efficiency. Another priority was an update to the temperature control system. It included a single district-wide server for group communications. CO2 sensors were added in large spaces like the gyms, auditoriums, and cafeterias to optimize ventilation and increase efficiency and safety. This became real critical, we learned during the COVID situation. The new temperature control system makes it easier to track operations and diagnose HVAC issues, and it increases efficiency and comfort for students and staff. In addition to the financial and student benefits, there's an environmental benefit to this project. The reduces greenhouse gas emissions, and it's the equivalent of planting 652 acres of trees or removing 167 cars from the road. One of the last initiatives was to engage students on solar energy. The district teaches the importance of being environmental stewards. This project provides the students the ability to see that the district puts its money where its mouth is. The project provides a hands-on STEAM enhancement program to engage students with these portable solar kits. This is a picture of the training of the teaching staff of the district, learning of those educational enhancement and the operation of the portable solar kits. Any questions? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, JC. We appreciate you coming down, sharing that with us. And I will just say that one thing that we are really excited about, and I was really happy that JC and his team were able to make this happen, was that we have a new charging bank that's solar powered, so that when our teachers take students outside for outdoor learning, they'll be able to bring this outside, and they'll actually be able to charge their Chromebooks or other devices and just really understand more about how that current is converted to be able to provide our students with the ability to charge their Chromebook. So thank you, JC. And that concludes my report.
before we can get into our agenda, we do have some correspondence that we'd like to address and ask Ms. Racciola to read the correspondence we received.
We received correspondence from the Allen Park Public Library. We received it, I think, Friday.
That's correct.
Dear members of the Board of Education of the Allen Park School District, we are writing to you regarding the library's portion of the likely direct assessment payments. As you know, it is our position that the library is entitled to its proportionate share, approximately 4.2% of these payments. Nevertheless, we still have not received any portion of the direct assessment, nor have we received a response to the library's inquiry about such funds, which was sent in May 2023. Our understanding from your counsel is that you have been thoroughly apprised for some time of our position, that we are entitled to and in great need of these monies. Thus, we will not repeat those points, but rather will speak to you as neighbors and community members. We are all residents of Island Park and rightly proud of where we live. The school district and library are integral parts of providing our community members with enriching and vibrant lives. Like you, we are almost entirely dependent on our portion of the revenue generated via the property within our bounds in order to successfully operate our programs. Under New York law, the library does not have independent authority to levy monies, but instead is dependent on the district to provide us with our proportionate share, be it from taxes, titles, or, as in this case, direct assessments. As you know, the library was vocal and engaged about the potential implications of the LIPA's tax surcharge. The library made the difficult decision not to pursue separate litigation against LIPA, predominantly due to the extreme limitations of the library's budget and the significant increased burden such litigation would place upon our taxpayers. The district was in a different position, and we understand why it engaged in that litigation. To be clear, we are not seeking a proportion of the money reaped from that specific library. We are, however, seeking what is rightfully due to the library under the county settlement. We always understood the library to be included in the district's portion of the direct assessment monies, just as we would be with tax monies and pilots. There is no discernible or logical difference between direct assessments and taxes pilots for the purpose of providing revenue from real property to the school district and library within its bounds. The settlement provided sliding scale distributions to entities within the county that typically receive tax pilot revenue. This included entities like special district libraries, and there is no logical reason why we not also include school district libraries through school district payments. Lisa Luperto, Esquire, former deputy county attorney and now borough chief of the Property Assessment Litigation Bureau, has agreed to this. When the library director spoke with the legislature, it was out of concern that the district might not provide us with our portion of these monies if it did not know the specific amount of the monies that needed to be distributed. We were therefore relieved when the town of Hempstead provided us with the attached spreadsheet which we received from the county and clearly delineates the district and library's portions of the direct assessment monies. We are simply asking the district to turn over to the library what is rightfully ours. Like you, we are struggling to continue to provide quality services to our shared community in light of the significant impact of the reduction in LIPA payments. Without the money from the settlement, the library will need to increase its budget by at least 10% to simply provide the same level of services it's currently offering. Otherwise, we will need to drastically cut our programming, staffing, and possibly hours of operation, among other measures. We do not want to engage in litigation over this matter, as we believe that would place an enhanced fiscal burden on our already suffering communities. We would prefer to resolve this neighbor to neighbor and move forward in a cooperative manner to best serve all, from young to the elderly, who live within our bounds. We hope you will swiftly provide us with our portion of direct assessment monies and avert the need to escalate this any further. We would be open to meeting of our respective boards or board member representatives to help expedite the process. Thank you for your time and consideration. The Board of Trustees of the Island Park Public Library.
Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. Okay, so after receiving that correspondence, we have formulated a reply, and I will now read the reply, which is dated today, January 22nd. It's addressed to the Park Public Library Board of Trustees. It was delivered earlier today by both email and by hand, and it reads, regarding your letter dated January 19th, 2024, dear members of the Island Park Public Library Board of Trustees, we hope this letter finds you well. We are writing in response to your letter dated January 19th, 2024, in which you requested that the school district give you a portion of the school district's direct assessment that it received from the settlement of LICA's litigation against the county, and among others, the school district. We wish to remind you of our position, which has been repeatedly communicated to your council and remains unchanged regarding this request. We have taken an oath as trustees to uphold the law. We have consulted with and followed our general counsel's and special tax counsel's advice that doing what you ask would constitute an unconstitutional gift of public funds, because the settlement agreement authorizes payment only to the school district and not the library. As a result, we are disappointed that you continue to pursue a portion of the direct assessment. In addition, as we believe that you are aware, the library director stated at the April 25th, 2022 Nassau County Legislature's public hearing at approximately 3 hours and 25 minutes into the recording, there's a link attached to be able to access that recording, that the library needed the settlement delayed and amended to explicitly state that it would obtain a share of the school district's direct assessment appropriation. This request, which confirmed that the library knew that it was not legally entitled to any portion of the payment, was rejected by the legislature when it voted to approve the settlement without change. As the library director also stated, you made a conscious decision not to join in that litigation, which lasted several years. The stipulation settling the litigation specifies that there will be no third-party beneficiaries other than National Grid. Moreover, as you also know, the library's proposed 2022-2023 budget totaled $541,129. Of that amount, your proposed tax levy of $1,429,064 was approved by the voters and fully paid by the district. Therefore, we are puzzled about why you imply that you need more money this year, especially when your budget does not include, as anticipated revenue, any allocation of direct assessment payments. Likewise, while not a legal issue, we do not understand your statement that without a share of the school district's direct assessment, your 2024-2025 budget will require a significant tax increase or operational reductions. Status quo of 2024-2025 library budget would seemingly require approximately the same tax levy as authorized by the voters for 2023-24, even without appropriating funds from the $72,980 fund balance set forth in your 2023-2024 budget statement. Furthermore, what you suggest that this is merely a discussion about reallocating community resources. Doing as you request would immediately create a $537,081.40 hole in the 2023-2024 school district budget, and would, ironically, require the Board of Education to substantially raise taxes or significantly curtail operations in order to fill the resulting budgetary shortfall in subsequent years. This is because the school district, unlike the library, has in fact relied upon and will be relying upon those payments in order to balance its budget, as was the intent of those payments having been allocated to the school district as part of the LICA settlement. For these reasons, we would like to emphasize that our position is a matter of law and allocation of public funds, and not something that can be settled as neighbor to neighbor as you suggest. The gravity of legal implications requires a thorough and principled approach, ensuring compliance with the law while safeguarding public resources explicitly allocated to the school district for the the purpose of public education. We, accordingly, kindly and respectfully request that you consider your request for a portion of the school district's portion of the direct assessment. We are open to further discussions to clarify concerns or questions that you may have. As we continue to maintain, though, given that this is a matter of law, we believe it should be referred to and addressed between our respective legal counsel. Respectfully, the Honorable Park Board of Education. And as I said, that was delivered earlier, and you can see it on the screen behind me, and it will be available on the district's website following tonight's. We will now move on with our agenda. Before we do, we have a publicly heard session. If anyone has any questions or comments regarding tonight's agenda, now is the time. Ms. Pastori, has anyone signed? Nope. So there being no publicly heard for the agenda items, we'll start first with the old business. Recommended motion to set the associated agenda item 5.1, and then tonight's business, recommended motions associated with agenda items 6.3 through 6.18. I'll ask for a motion to waive the reading of the motions associated with those agenda items. Thank you, Mrs. Collins. Second, Mrs. Byrne. All in favor? Aye. And a motion to approve the motions associated with agenda items 5.1 in the old business and 6.3 through 6.18 in new business. Thank you, Mrs. Bracciolo. Second, Mrs. Collins. Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Those motions are approved. We now have another publicly heard session about any business other than the agenda items. Ms. Pastori, anyone? Okay. There being no one, I am going to ask for a motion to move into executive session for the purpose of conducting, for legal advice.
So, second.
Second, thank you. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Thank you.